Got a couple comments on my last video. Kind of got me thinking. So I decided to respond.
Are you listening? Nurse Bass. Beast mode. Grind.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Brad back with another video. So as I said, I got two comments on this most recent video that I had dropped. The first one said, never clicked on the video so fast. Hello to all my fellow nurses. P.S. Nurse Bass is definitely off the struggle bus. That setup looks fancy and expensive. In the last video, I gave you guys kind of a little glimpse of what this setup's going to be looking like. So that I can try and give you guys the most high quality content that I can. And then the second comment said, yes, nurse money bags. So it just kind of got me thinking, it got me thinking a little bit about how far I have come in the grand scheme of things in a relatively short amount of time. From my decision to start to go back to college to actually being where I am now, it's been about 6 years now, which really isn't that long of a period of time. But it just got me thinking, I've come a real long way, man. And I think it's important, I talked about it before, but I think that it's super, super important when you're going through this journey, whatever endeavor that you're trying to accomplish, this thing called life, whenever you're going through this, I feel like it's very easy. It's very, very easy to get wrapped up in your day-to-day grind, what you have to do, the things that you have to get done, the mental checklist that we are perpetually going through. I think it's important to stop and to take a second and breathe and, enjoy the journey as you're going through it. And, if we don't take time to slow down and, recall how far we've come, we can get lost in it. And whenever I read those comments, it made me think, I think I do get very much so grind mentality. I get hyper fixated and focused on, what's the next thing to accomplish and how am I going to develop a plan and be able to execute that plan to accomplish that goal. Man, I've been homeless, it made me think about reading those comments. It made me think about living out of a hotel as a kid. There was a point in time not that long ago, before I started going back to school, but not that long ago, back when I still lived with my father, man, our house was super infested with fleas because we had dogs and we're broke, man. We don't have money. And, we've got animals that we've adopted off of the streets, but, there's no money to take them to a vet or anything. They've got fleas, and this house was so infested with fleas. And I had to sleep on the floor, on a mattress on the floor. And I used to work in a warehouse at that point in time. And so I would wear a mask some days whenever I would work in the warehouse because it would be so dusty and, just inhaling all that stuff. And the fleas were so bad, I would take my masks from work home and I would legitimately sleep with the mask on, because if you don't, you're on a mattress on the floor like you're gonna be inhaling fleas. It's cool that those comments triggered, it was like an instantaneous thing. They triggered and immediately took me back to all these different times in my life. And those are just a couple of glimpses, but those are some of the ones that first popped into my mind, because it's like nurse money bags, I'm definitely off the struggle bus. I don't think that's true. I don't think I'm off the struggle bus. Sure, I may make more money than I did before, and sure, I might not struggle in that sense physically like I used to, but I don't think that I ever allow myself to escape that mentality of being on a struggle bus. And I think that at least for me, I don't know about for you guys, but at least for me, that's super important and vital and critical to the foundation of who I am, because if I allow myself to be okay, it's okay, you are off that struggle bus, you're good. The moment I tell myself, you're good, I feel like that's the moment where I enter a realm of complacency, or I enter a realm of, I don't know, susceptibility, to where now you lose sight of what you used to go through. You lose sight of where you came from. And I may end up allowing myself to, be set up for failure. It's something that I want to keep constantly in the back of my mind so that I never do go back to that place. Like, I'm not trying to sleep on the floor with the fleas, bro. Like I said, that's just one thing, but no, I thought that was cool that they left those comments though. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate the love and support. And this setup is fire. It's super fire. And I did this intentionally. This is a PC that I built. I built this with these hands. This wasn't pre-bought. Every piece of this that's put together, I put together, all with the intention of trying to be able to deliver products to you guys, man. I want to deliver good quality videos, try to make the editing as good as I can on my end so that I can produce quality for you guys. So I'm excited, man. Anyways, I'm rambling. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. I'm sure you'll be able to relate to this video on some level because we all go through struggles and hardships in one way or another. Nobody's life is perfect. But just to try and hopefully instill in you a little bit of the mentality that has helped get me to where I am, just never lose sight of your goal in life and do your best to never retrogress.